Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Education in Isolation. Well, tonight we've got a show for you. I managed to get again back down to the Weller studio to see what's going on down there, but also I have a very special hairstyle for you tonight. Now, believe it or not, and I can't wait to share this with you, I did it on a live model. I had a fantastic model, Alyssa, who came into my studio the other day, and we managed to record some fantastic step-by-step hairstyles. So watch out for them on Instagram, of course, and on my Facebook as well. So I'm going to share one of those hairstyles with you tonight. Now, you know, so often I'm told by many hairdressers around the world that I inspire them and they look to my work and they go, wow, Patrick, you know, you really sort of helped me with this or you helped me with that. So sometimes I get inspired by people as well, other people, not just myself. And I'll tell you who inspired me just recently was a hairdresser called Chris Appleton. Now, Chris is amazing. Many of you know Chris's work, and he has been phenomenal. I mean, he does celebrity. He's from the north of England, but he is truly the celebrity hairdresser, and well deserved because he's such a nice person, and also his work is pretty special. I was inspired by something that he did, which was kind of a messy bun that he did. So I took the idea, and this is what I'm always asking many of you to do, is take the idea that I give you and change it up. So I took Chris Appleton's idea of what he was doing with a messy bun, and I changed it up into a Patrick Cameron hairstyle. And that's by taking a concept that he put together, and then I took that concept and then I, of course, made it my own. So I think it's really, really important just to remember that we can be inspired everywhere that we look, and not just, you know, I mean, I know you look at me for inspiration, but I also take the time to look at you. What are you doing? How are you doing it? What's going up on Instagram? What's going up on Pinterest? What's going up on Facebook? I'm always looking at social media and seeing what is happening so that I too can be inspired. Now, for the full hairstyle, of course, you can go to my Access All Area Members Club and get the full style on this, but I'm going to share most of it with you tonight so you could have a little look. And yes, it's been a long time since I did hair on a live model, so I was super happy to do that. So enjoy my show tonight, Education Isolation, and enjoy the beautiful hairstyle. So here's our hairstyle, just a very casual back area. When you're creating this softness in the hair, it's super, super important to have a fantastic foundation, and I have that for you tonight. But before I do that, I'm going to go downtown London. Hi guys, here I am on the way to Weller, and I'm in Trafalgar Square, which is one of the centre parts of London. There's the National Gallery behind me, and the Weller studio is situated here downtown, right on Trafalgar Square. In fact, I think they are number one, the Strand, which is a pretty amazing address. Right, I'm going into the studio. Hi everyone, well here I am at the Weller studio, and of course you know Anna. I've introduced Anna many times, she's the studio leader down here. We're about to go in and talk to James. Tell us about James's new course that he's got going.
James Earnshaw has designed this amazing new course, all of himself. All of it. Well, I'm going to start again.
Do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know all of them.
Okay, here we go. Hi everyone. Well, here I am at the Weller studio once again. Remember, about once a month I come to the Weller studio. So I want to introduce you to Anna. Many of you have met Anna before because Anna's always down here. She's the studio leader. So we always have a little chat and a catch up. Anna, you've got a really super exciting course going on today for the first time, and it was sold out, I understand, in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. This brand new course has actually been designed by James Earnshaw. As you know, he's an absolute Instagram star.
Yeah,
and he
Instagram
produces
star.
some amazing work, some amazing content. And we've managed to secure him here at the Weller studio. James has designed this course himself. It's called Sexy Social Colour. And it's all about his own amazing colours that he produces and that he photographs for Instagram, how to grow your following, how to create those amazing results, those gorgeous pastel tones that he does. So he's designed this one-day colour course to do here at the Weller studio. This is the first time we've done it. It's day one, it's for the first time, and like you say, it's sold out super quick.
Right, so we're going to go now and meet James. We'll see you in a second. Hey, before we go over and meet James, can I just hot roller my model's hair? So I'm going to put a basic hot roller set through the hair. Now the reason I hot roller the hair is very, very simple. I want movement from the mid-lengths to the ends of the hair. So when I'm creating this very soft, romantic kind of style, I've got lots of great movement to work with. Okay, this is my basic set, but let's go over now and meet James. Hey guys, here we are in the studio with James Earnshaw. James, you are an Instagram sensation. You've been getting your work out there on the World Wide Web, particularly since COVID, since the whole thing happened. And I think for me, social media is one of the best platforms for getting your message out there. And you are a true star and a success. So tell us about your course. What are you doing?
Yes, you've done your research.
Oh, I have.
So today is my first masterclass, and actually I've worked with Wella for over 12 years now.
I know.
It's my first course on my own, so it feels so good to be able to do and show people what I do, show my favourite Wella mixtures. So my course, Sexy Social Colour, is all about how to create those sexy
Wait a minute.
blondes.
Did you get that? Sexy Social Colour. What a
Yes.
fantastic title.
So,
Did you come up with this yourself?
Yeah, we did. There were some other options, but I don't think they were the most PG, so this
Yeah.
is a good one. And then, so yeah, my course is all about blondes, about toning, about how to level up your lightening and how to level up your formulas to create kind of beautiful, bespoke colours.
And you're prolific on Instagram. You put a lot of stuff up. You're giving a lot of inspiration and ideas away. So does this course reflect who you are as an Instagrammer and you are as a social media? So what I'm saying basically is if anybody wants to register to come on this course, they won't be disappointed, will they?
I hope not. People are loving it so far today, and what's been really nice is it's a very honest course.
Yep.
I was saying to them,
Well,
so
you
many-
are. I mean, come on.
Yes.
What you see is what you get. You're like me.
Yes.
Yeah?
So many times in courses, so much stuff is done in the other room that they don't get to see, but we've been doing everything in front of people, all the lighting, all the colour choices, all the toning, so everyone's really enjoyed it. It's been a really good day.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So here we go. This is the course to be part of. I'll put the details down here. I'll put them on the screen. So please come and be part of that and make sure you're part of James's next amazing, sexy social colour course. See you in a minute. So here we go. Here's our hot roller set out. You can see we've got all that beautiful soft movement from the mid-lengths to the ends. So we're going to divide the hair now and put the hair into sections. I'm going to go from ear to above the occipital area across to ear. And then I'm going to divide this into 2 even sections. Once I've divided that hair, I'm simply going to place a ponytail in. A ponytail, but not pull the tails through. So I'm going to create a loop. There we go. Just pull at the hair and pull that loop through. Having created that section, I'm going to go up and do another 2 sections. So my next section comes literally from below temple around behind the crown and back to below temple again. Divide that into 2, and once again I'm going to place my ponytails there, but don't pull the tails through. So we just get that loop. There we go, and we'll do the next one as well. And I'm going to place 2 more above that again. There it is. So this is our foundation. Our foundation is fantastic. I absolutely promise you, you're going to love what I'm about to do with these ponytails. So here we go. We're on the last ponytails now, just up on the very, very top. And as you can see now, we now have 6 ponytails in total. Okay, let's leave it there for the minute. We're going to duck back to the Wella studio. Well, here I am with the balayage queen. Hey, listen, tell us, today's course is balayage. I mean, the importance of balayage and getting it right is so important, isn't it? And we see a lot of balayage out there that sort of is so aggressive sometimes. And I think watching you section the hair and getting that sectioning right is probably the most important part of it all.
Yeah, definitely. Placement is definitely key, especially saturation and creating negative space. I think we've definitely seen people stepping away from those kind of full platinum looks to having more natural negative space and creating multi-dimension, and sectioning is key for that.
And tell us, so this word negative space, explain that. What does that mean?
So negative space is when you're using either your natural hair or you're adding dimension to give contrast to the lighter pieces. So if you're thinking of ribbons going through the hair, they're going to make them stand out
Yes,
more. So.
they are. And so you see balayage really progressing, don't you? I mean, from what we first started seeing it as to where it is today is quite different, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I think, especially when it came over here, it was ombres, really soft, really natural, traditional balayages. Whereas now we're kind of spicing it up a little bit, adding more dimension and working with stronger colour palettes.
Well, you heard it here. This is the place to be. If you want to learn how to do balayage incredibly, come to the Wella World Studio here in London, or indeed Manchester.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Bye.
Oh, she makes me laugh. She's so wonderful and such a great educator. Okay, right, here we go. We've got our 6 pieces there. So there's our 6 ponytails. Now on the top area, I just want to create sort of a general softness to the hair. So I'm just picking up the sections and I'm back combing gently through just to sort of lift the hair up a little bit. What I'm going to do is once I've got all those in place, I'm going to put my brush down and I spray the hair a little bit using my IMI, beautiful Stay Styled spray, not too strong. And I run my fingers through the hair because I want to create a very sort of soft feeling in the hair. So just using my fingers now, I just sort of start to run them through the hair using my spray, and I'm sort of putting a nice direction on the very front. I want to keep the personality of the hairstyle very casual. Now this is the tail, so all of that I did on the top, these are the tails. I twisted them around and I'm going to pin these in between the 6 ponytails that I have there. Then I'm going to go back to the top area and just start to pull and personalize the top as much as I want. Now remember again, I said to you this was an inspiration from a fantastic hairdresser called Chris Appleton. I took a concept that he had and turned it into a Patrick Cameron hairstyle by creating more ponytails and having a little bit more fun with it. But thank you, Chris. I think your ideas and techniques are fantastic. Before I start on the magic of this hairstyle, I want to take one last quick visit to the Wella studio and talk a little bit about highlights. Hi everyone, I'm here with Arnie. Arnie's one of the technicians here in the Wella studio. Now, we've been talking about balayage and of course the importance of what's happening with balayage, but Arnie, one of the other things that of course hairdressers love is highlights.
Yes.
And I know that you're very passionate about doing highlights and teaching highlights.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So tell me a few little tricks that perhaps some of our viewers might want to focus on when they're looking at their highlight techniques.
Yeah, definitely. So me personally, when I'm doing a client, I like to, I always tend to work on a more of a diagonal angle. So instead of like the traditional, like if we're working up horizontally or working back on a vertical, working on a diagonal, it just sort of creates a softer sort of finished result, which in turn like makes the regrowth a lot softer as well.
So you're not getting those hard lines.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's something that you start to, especially people like to put in highlights now, like quite a lot. And
also too, just out of curiosity, because a lot of clients are leaving their colours further.
Yes.
You know, they're not getting them done quite as often as they used to do. Do you find by putting them in on these angles that it makes the regrowth much softer and elongates the amount of time that they can have their hair?
yes, yeah. I mean, I know it's not such a great thing. Like we want our clients coming in, but at the same time, whilst our clients are out there on the street and everything like that, that's our name on that work. So to have something that's still high maintenance in a way, but manageable and still looks good a few weeks later.
Thank you.
It's good, yeah.
He was so nervous talking on the camera, but he did brilliant.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, Arnie. That was brilliant. Okay, here we go. Back to the magic of this hairstyle. So put your finger through one of the ponytail loops and through the other ponytail loop. Now what you're going to do is this. You're going to pass the right hand loop through the middle of the left hand loop. Look, pull them around. And as you pull them around, just pull them apart. Just pull the whole thing apart so that you can just sort of start to pin it and place it in wherever you want. This is fantastic and so much fun to do. Look at this. Just push that in there. And I'm going to go in now with the tails that are there, and we're simply going to just tuck those tails wherever you want to make them look beautiful. So once you get the foundation, anything is possible with this hairstyle. So we'll just take the tails around and I'll tuck those in there like that. Again, using my spray just to start to finish that little piece off. Now, when you're working on a hairstyle like this, it is super, super, super important to keep an eye on the shape and the balance of what you're creating. Here we go again. Now, I'm just going to place those little ponytails into a section clip on the top there. Just keep them up out of the way. Again, it's really important to work as cleanly as possible. Here we go. Here are our 2 little ponytails. Put your fingers in and put the right one through the left and the left one over. Look at that. Crisscross them. Fantastic. Now just bring them and pull them apart a little bit. Put your hair grips in and then take the tails and start to style them as you want. Now you can see once again the reason why I hot rolled the hair was because I wanted movement through the mid-lengths and ends of the hair. I didn't need it so much at the very roots of the hair, I just needed it to respond on the tails and the mid-lengths. So I can really play with these little tails as much as I want to create that lovely softness. As I'm positioning it in, I'm always checking the balance of the hairstyle. You know, to really separate your hairstyle from other hairstyles that are happening, balance and finish is really super, super, super important. You know, I mean, even though this is a very casual texture, you still want it to look beautiful. So as I'm working on this hairstyle, I'm conscious of bringing the nape of the neck in a little bit tighter, creating a bit more fullness sort of in the middle of the hairstyle, perhaps bringing it in to curve the head slightly on the top so the whole thing sits beautifully at the back of the head. So proportion and balance is super important, as well as finish. But again, as I say, with these very soft hairstyles, you really don't want to overspray them, overbrush them, overwork them. It's really about keeping the freedom in the hair. And once again, and I've said it again a few times, that hot roller set or tonging, if you want to, really gives the hair that sense of freedom. So here's our very simple hairstyle. Once again, thank you so much, Chris Appleton, for inspiring me to create a Patrick Cameron hairstyle. I love this look. So that's my show tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed our time down at the Wella studio. Wasn't that amazing? That brand new sort of sexy social hair. I really love that. And of course, ideas on balayage and highlights. Again, this show is designed to bring to you the latest ideas of what is happening with long hair and indeed inside our industry. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. Remember, look out next week for Education Isolation, 8 o'clock UK time on Facebook and Instagram. I'll see you then. Bye.